Hi everybody, this is Jason Fisher from timeandfreedom.com, here to talk about how to pick the right network marketing companies. It's really important that you pick the right network marketing company before you throw your time, energy, and reputation into something, because that's the most valuable thing that we all have in life in general, is our credibility. Now, my first 12 years in the business, the wrong business, I had 5,000 folks that dwindled down to 56 people, having no residual income in the end. And after picking the right network marketing company, I have now true residual income. I have 5,000 active customers that are shopping every month, month in and month out. And we're going to talk about a universal principle that myself and other industry leaders deem to have if you are to create lifelong residual income in your network marketing company. And that universal principle, if it's governed correctly, there's massive success. And if it's governed incorrectly, there's massive failure with no residual income in the end. We're going to talk about this universal principle, but then we're going to talk about the three things that you absolutely need with that principle if you are to actually create lifelong residual income in the network marketing industry. So picking the right network marketing company is one of the most important things that you can do. So let's talk about why there's really no residual income in the industry as a whole, and to make sure that you pick the right network marketing company as your last business. If you've been in a few, I hope that this video really demonstrates why you can find a home here. And if you're brand new, then you're really lucky, because you got to hear this information before you got involved with maybe the wrong type of business model or the wrong network marketing company. Well, that universal principle, after I lost everything, had 5,000 folks down to 56 people, all of a sudden I said, it's the 80-20 rule. It's all about the 80-20 rule. If you haven't heard of it, the world is made up of the 80-20 rule. 80% of people do nothing while 20% of people do something. Or 80% of the money is earned by 20% of the folks. Well, you could take 10 doctors in any industry. Take 10 doctors, 10 lawyers, 10 chiropractors, 10 cab drivers. 2 are going to shine and 8 aren't going to do too much, and that's in every industry, and it's typical in the home-based business industry as well, in the network marketing industry. 2 do something, 8 don't do much. Well, then I started thinking, well, what makes these businesses work is numbers. Numbers equal orders, and orders equal residual income, and whoever has the most numbers ordering in the end is going to have the most residual income. Well, at the end of my business, I didn't have a business that was for the 80s. I had a business for the 20s, or as I would call it, the 95-5s. I had a business not for the masses. Well, who are the masses? Who are the 80%ers? Your brother, your mother, your sister, your next door neighbor. Someone that doesn't have a lot of drive or tenacity or sales experience. They're not good at justifying overpriced products that are good products, but in many cases very overpriced compared to where they would normally shop for those type of products. And in many cases, products that they never bought before, so now it's a new buying habit. And I said to myself, if I'm going to throw my time and energy, reputation into something one more time, I better go find something for the 80s. Well, when we started to look at the landscape of the network marketing companies out there and the network marketing industry, we saw that they were all 20%er deals. The compensation plans were made for the 20%ers. The price point of the products, the only people that could justify it were the 20%ers. The only people ordering in the end were the 20%ers, or as I like to say it, the 95-5% rule. But universal principles will say 80-20. And then all of a sudden, it made sense why all these network marketing companies have 5 to 11% of sales domestically, or for that matter, in any one country, because they don't have real customers buying long term. And that is 90 to 120 days when an average person gets into a network marketing company, their budget starts changing to the tune of $100 to $200 a month in non-necessity products that they would never buy long term. And when they find it hard to justify those products in other people's budgets, what's the first thing that they do? Not only do they cancel and quit the business, but more detrimental is they become a number off the board because they quit being a customer because their budgets changed and they started to spend new money that they weren't buying prior before joining that network marketing company. So it's really important to understand this concept that you need a network marketing company on 2 levels. Number 1, You've got to have a network marketing company that's for the masses, the 80%ers, the average person. Because if they can have a business that they don't have to justify overpriced necessities or new buying habits in people's budgets, then they're going to win. They're going to stay more active than if they were in the typical network marketing company situation. But here's number two. If we could find a business model, which we have, we could find a business model that whether the person took action or not, they still stayed as a customer because it made sense to be a consumer of that product every single month because it was better in quality and they saved money compared to where they were shopping. Then we were going to have a home run. See, I'm the same jockey, different horse. I had 5,000 that dwindled down to 56. Now I have 5,000 active. Why? Because there's value in staying a customer, whether there's a financial gain or not. And that's usually the only people that stay ordering in a typical multi-level marketing company are the ones that are trying to stay qualified for their bonuses, overrides, and residual income. Hence why most network marketing companies don't have anywhere between 5 to 11% in any one country around the world because it's always the 20%ers that are staying qualified. So we have found an established business model that has the 80-20 principle in place and the 3 rules that you need, or the 3 concepts that we're going to go over right now, that allows you to have long-term residual income. Here's the 3 things that you need to have the 80-20 rule kept in place throughout the entire process to make sure that the 80s are active. Here's the 3 things you need in a network marketing company. Otherwise, you'll never have the 80s active. Number 1 is you need necessity products. You need things that people have to buy, have to use, have to reorder, where their budget is not changing. You're not selling someone on a new need. Very, very important. The average person can't do that. You've got to have lots of things that people are already currently buying. Number 2, they've got to be dramatically less than where people are shopping for those type of products. So you've got to have necessity products for all. It's got to be things that you're already buying and using and reordering. Can't be a niche skincare product, skincare cream, lotion, potions, juices, hair care products. Can't be anything like that outside of someone's budget. So it has to be everyday necessities that are priced below where people are buying. We like to say Walmart or below price point. That's how you keep the 80s active. That's how you keep them active, buying every single month. And here's number 3. Instead of the typical 120 to 200 to 300 a month that a typical MLM company would have you do to stay qualified with a very limited product line that in most cases is very overpriced and more than what people would be buying of that product for on a monthly basis at a bigger price point, why not drop the partnership between the customer and the manufacturer down to where a single family home could stay qualified? So not only would their budget not be changing, but they'd be saving money at the same time. Those are the 3 things that you need, as well as the 80-20 principle, because these 3 things is what keeps the 80%ers active. If you don't have these 3 things, then you've got a 20%er deal. You have these 3 things, then you've got an 80%er deal. Well, myself and a handful of industry leaders, now hundreds, have found the only business model that we deem to be the only business that creates lifelong residual income, with a very solid business model that's growing faster than any startup business out there right now. And where we grew by over 500 million last year alone, and nobody can touch us. And we've got a home. And I'm excited for you if you are truly interested in finding your last one. If you've been in the industry and you're understanding some of the problems that I'm talking about right now, you found a home. And if you're just looking into this industry and you're Googling network marketing companies to try to figure out which one would be best for you, then you've just saved yourself a lot of time and headache, because our credibility is worth everything. And you want to make sure that you spend your time, energy, and reputation and you preserve that reputation by picking the right one. So click the link below to find out the company that we have chose. We'd love to share it with you. Again, this is Jason Fisher from timeandfreedom.com.